Should you buy a condo in 2025? Here's all the pros and cons that you need to know. Thinking about buying a condo? It can be really exciting, but before you sign on the dotted line, let me go over a few pros and cons with you. It can either be the best decision you'll ever make or the biggest headache in the entire world. Number one, affordability. Condos can be a great option for first-time home buyers because if you think about it, you can get a medium average price point for $600,000 for a single family, but most condos in Denver range around $300,000 to $400,000. So it could be a really good option for you as far as affordability. Number two, low maintenance. That's the best part about condo living is you have the HOA, so you have no lawn mowing, no upkeep, and no repairs. So it makes for that lock and leave, and it's a great opportunity for that. Most condos in the downtown Denver are super explorable. And what I mean by that word is there's lots of great amenities right out your doorstep. So it's great for a convenient location. Number four, amenities. This is probably my favorite. Most condos have all the luxurious amenities like pools, hot tubs, great outdoor entertaining, and of course, usually parking and sometimes indoor-outdoor living. Number five, strong investment opportunity. I tend to disagree with this one, so I might actually move it to a con, but it could be a good investment if you get in the right building and the right location. So let's talk about that more in the cons list. All right, let's talk about the cons. I know the pros can be really exciting, but there's actually a large list of cons. And the number one biggest con that I see when buying a condo are those dang HOA fees. Yes, in Colorado, they can run anywhere from $200 to $1,000 a month. And that's on top of your mortgage payment. So before you get into buying a condo, make sure you really understand what those HOAs include and how affordable they actually are. Number two, rules and restrictions. Man, I'm such a rule breaker and I hate rules and restrictions. And that's one thing I do not like about condo living. Not only do they want to regulate what you do on the exterior, which usually you can't do anything, but they regulate what you do on the inside of your house. So if you're thinking about remodeling, then you make sure that you check with the HOA first because they actually have rules and restrictions on what to do there. And if you want to rent it out, they're probably going to regulate that one too. So make sure you look into the rules and regulations before you buy a condo. Number three, resale. Oh my gosh, this one breaks my heart because honestly, in Denver, Colorado, I would not buy a condo unless you were going to keep it at least 10 years. Yes, our condo market in the last 2 years has actually depreciated, and especially with all of the increasing costs of our taxes and insurance, most people are actually losing money if they resell before 10 years. All right, so before you buy a condo, let's make sure it fits in with your long-term plans. Number four, and this is probably the most important one, is financing for a condo can be super tricky. Which most people don't understand is most condos actually qualify for either FHA or conventional. And if you're going FHA, there's only a certain amount of condos that will allow so many FHA buyers, especially if the property is being rented out. So let's talk about financing before you even think about looking at a condo. All right, guys, so here's my final thoughts on buying a condo. Buying a condo is much trickier than buying a normal single family. So there's three things that we need to think about. Resale value, which is always number one in my case, buying any real estate investment. Number two, let's look into the HOA and restrictions. And number three, it's always about location. So I'm Kayla Schmitz, Kentwood Real Estate, and if you're thinking about buying a condo in Denver, give me a call.